President Biden is commuting sentences for nearly 2,500 people convicted of nonviolent drug offenses. In a statement Friday, the president says the move is focused on those who received lengthy sentences based on outdated guidelines and discredited distinctions between crack and powder cocaine. Biden has now issued more pardons and commutations than any president in history. Meanwhile, Biden sat down for what is expected to be the final interview of his presidency. He expressed some regrets from his 4 years in office, including not doing enough to take credit for infrastructure funding and COVID relief.
I kept being here from other people. The president sent me a check for $7,500. The president did it. Why aren't you helping me? Well, it was a bill we did, but anyway. I almost spent too much time on the policy, not enough time on the politics.
CBS News Chief Washington correspondent Major Garrett joins us now. Major, between this latest interview, his farewell speech, recently saying he believes he would have defeated Donald Trump, what do you make of his tone as he prepares to leave office?
There's a certain scrappiness to it, Lindsay, that he could have, if still in this race, beaten Donald Trump because he beat him in 2020. That was the Joe Biden then, not the Joe Biden of 2024, who flamed out so spectacularly and memorably in that one presidential debate against Donald Trump, forcing the Democratic Party to force him out of the race and hand off the mantle of the Democratic nomination to Vice President Kamala Harris. And Democrats learned to their bitterness how that all turned out, poorly for Democrats writ large and very poorly for the future of the American presidency, at least from their perspective. So there is a kind of disconnect about where we are and what Joe Biden believes he could have done. And Democrats feel that and don't give him much credit for not understanding the gap.
Can you elaborate on that? How do Democrats receive these kinds of statements?
Democrats were deeply appreciative of Joe Biden in 2020. Remember, his political fortunes reversed in 2 weeks as almost no other politician in late 20th century or 21st century America ever had. He finished 4th in Iowa, 5th in New Hampshire, won the South Carolina primary, and within days was the to-be accepted Democratic nominee. Then he goes on to beat. Yeah, Jim Clyburn endorses him. He wins that. The whole field consolidates around him, and Democrats say he is our leader. He will be the Democratic standard bearer, and he wins. Democrats deeply appreciative of that and for much of his presidency. But as the burdens of the office came down on Joe Biden, as his performance became less and less reassuring, then on full public view, collapsing in front of the whole public's scrutiny in that debate, Democrats began to realize they were led by a president, but also stuck with someone who could not win and prevail in 2024. Broke glass in the emergency sort of context, put Kamala Harris in there, and they look back at all of that as partly their problem, one that they essentially enabled politically, but one in which the president, the leader of the Democratic Party, did not see his limitations and did not sooner step back and let the party, through an open primary process, come up with a consensus new nominee and replacement.
Do you see these commutations as being a big part of his legacy?
Not a big part of his legacy, but it is an answer for something you referred to. I covered the 1994 crime bill and all the debate around it. People don't remember now what crime was like back then. This was a bipartisan issue. There was criticism at the time that it would lead to mass incarceration and unfairness. And you know what? Congress didn't care. It was passed by a voice vote in the House and I think 94-5 in the Senate because violent crime was much more of a problem then than it is now. One statistic, 713 instances of violent crime per 100,000 Americans in 1993, 368 per 100,000 now. Violent crime was a huge issue in the country then. Lots of steps were taken, many of them intentionally hyper-aggressive to bring those instances of violent crime down. Joe Biden led that effort. Later in his career, politically, he expressed misgivings about that, which led clearly to mass incarceration. He is trying at the margins to address that now.
Major Garrett, the Human Encyclopedia, it will be such a privilege to be alongside you on Monday. You can watch our coverage of Trump's inauguration from 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Major, I look forward to it.
So do I. Thanks so much.
Thank you.